Are you ready for all the beautiful things life have to offer? I think this is a simple question, and we out of just like straight away just want to say, yes, of course I'm ready. Yes, I've been waiting my whole life for all my dreams to come true. But no, something in you is not ready, because otherwise you would have it already. So are you ready? If you really think about just one thing in your life that you really, really, really want. Maybe you've wanted it for so long. Are you ready to get it? What would your life look like when you have it? When the longing is no longer there? Because there is some responsibility questions to ask ourselves. When we don't have it, and we're dreaming and we're longing, we're also keeping ourselves safe in a story that we're not good enough and we probably can't get it, and it's for the other people, not for us. So it's a suffering role that we're used to. And this story is most likely coming from our parents and society and everything. Like between 0 and 7 years old, we've been fed with this sentence that just be grateful for whatever you have. Like there are children on the planet that don't even have food. Just be grateful for what you have. And mixed with, there's some responsibility that we don't have to take as long as we are the ones failing that are not having our dreams already. Once we have the dreams, we are also seeing how powerful we are. And we are also stepping into our leadership, and we're stepping into our wisdom, and we're stepping into the purpose of us being on earth. We're stepping into the gold of what we can get out of this life by being able to achieve everything that we dream. So we have a dream, and especially if something we wanted for so long. Imagine the day that you achieve it, the day that you actually have it, where you can look yourself in the mirror and say like, I did it. I did it. After all these years, I did it. I got it. I'm having it right now. What is happening inside of you if you think of a specific thing and you imagine that you have it and that you got it? Where do you feel anxious? Where do you feel that, holy fuck, then I have to show up in a other way, in a specific way, then I have to show up every single day? Because there's something about that responsibility that you don't want, because otherwise you would already have it. There's something where you're lacking confidence that you can actually hold it. There's something where you don't believe that this is for you. And I am almost 100% sure that it comes together, or it's connected to the responsibility that you don't dare to take in order to get it. Let's take an example, because I know for sure I worked a lot on this in holding money and growing money that I have on my account or that I'm making myself in my business. And for so many years, I had an idea and a story going around that if I made more money than, I could only make whatever I already had, because then I know the responsibility that requires. But I had a story that if I make more money, or if I make a lot more money than what I have now, it's an unknown responsibility that I would most likely not want. Like I would most likely not want to spend more time on my business, or I would most likely not want to then have to show up on specific timings, because right now I enjoy my freedom. So can you see how I don't want to take that responsibility because it's unknown? So I'm indirectly also saying I actually don't want to have what I want. So yeah, I want the money, but I don't want to take the extra responsibility. And this is a delusion. It's not true. It's not true that it's not true in my case that earning more money means that I need to be losing my freedom, and that I need to then show up on specific timings, and that I have to work a lot more hours. But my system is believing that by default. So these can be stories that I've been told before, or it can be something that comes from my personality. So my perspectives here are working against me to reach my dream. And the same thing we do in all kind of areas in our life, like with our relationships, with our body, how we look, our capacity of love, money, how we are eating, our diet and everything. Every single area of your life, you're having a dream and you're not reaching it because you're working against yourself in taking the responsibility, believing that you can take the responsibility that it requires for you to get your dream. So take one area, one specific dream, something that you worked on for a long time, and ask yourself, what is it that I think that I have to take responsibility for once I have my dream? And you will then see very clearly a list of 10 things. And these are the perspectives that you need to change, because they're not true. This is an illusion. They are just stories. They are just stories that you have in your mind that have been told to you, or that comes with your personality, and they can be changed. They're not true. So take each of these stories of how responsibility looks like when you have achieved it, and exchange them with something that you do want to take responsibility for. So for example, for me with the money, I took that it would require all my time to, no, I'm going to earn more money, but I will spend the same amount of time. Or it could also be that I want to spend the time. It will fall natural to me by that time, because I would have created something that I cannot not show up for. I would have created, when I earn more money, it's because I'm creating a business that I just want to show up for. And I'm smart enough to not work more, but work smarter. So that could be a perspective change. And then take something that your system can be expanded to believe. Don't take something like, I will just make $1 million because I see other people doing that and they don't work at all. Because when we take perspectives on or try to manipulate our mind and our beliefs with perspectives that are too out of our comfort zone, it's not working. We don't have capacity. This is way too out of our comfort zone. So we need to just expand ourselves like one baby step at a time. So take some new perspectives, make some other stories that are close to something that you can believe, like already believe in, and just expand it a little bit. Just expand it a little bit and see what happens.